Hello again and welcome to my channel and to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Prop Up & Co. And on to round two of our Sunday Championship here from the Pro Split 1 League. And we're in Italy, Sardegna, the island of Sardegna, actually just off mainland Italy for this round two, around this 2.4 mile anti-clockwise circuit. And a short circuit, this one, in comparison to round one, but still a cracking little circuit here on the island of Sardegna. Several layouts as well. This is, I think, one of six. I think it's about three sort of main layouts, all of which can be taken in reverse if you wish. So thankfully we're just going the, if you like, the normal way, the anti-clockwise way around this circuit. 219 lap races, race one about to commence. And before we do though, I'm going to just take you through the table, or at least the top 10 as they stand. Obviously, there's only been one round so far, so it's not going to be massive changes, of course. But this is how they sit going into this one. So we've got Scott on the top spot at the moment on 34 points after he had a good, two second place finishes actually at Yamagiwa in Kyoto Park. So good points there for him. Puts him up the top on 34. Right behind him, a point shy of him on 33 is Gower. He had a blinding race, won straight out the traps and got it done and got the victory at race one in Kyoto. So he's there on 33 points in second. Then we've got Motorstorm in third, point behind him in 32. So there's actually only 2 points separating the top three. Motorstorm with a great victory last time out, on the second round of Yamagiwa. So going into this one is going to be high in confidence, I would think. So then we've got Smith in fourth on 29, so only another couple of points behind him. Then in fifth place we've got Harry on 25 points, Brisbane in sixth on 20, Fitzy in seventh on 18, Ethan in eighth, in 17th, and actually joint 17th with ninth place Nath and Frowny in 10th. So that's your top 10 going into this round. And I think all I've got to do now is take you through the grid as they line up for this first 19 lap race, 19 laps races round here. So let's take you through that grid now then, shall we? So we have Ethan sitting pretty on pole position after a good quali lap time, gets him now sitting at the front. Then we've got Harry, the first of the Mercs, in second place, and we've got Gower in third, second of the Mercs, and just behind his brother there in third. Then we've got Enzo in fourth. That's a bit better from Enzo. He didn't have a great race, did he? Or good round over at Kyoto. Just found himself a few little errors and then putting him to the back of the field for both races. So sitting up there at the front is going to be seeing how he's going to do here for this one. Got Motorstorm in fifth. Obviously, he's on a high from his victory last time out. Then we've got Victor in sixth place. Scott in seventh is our leader, of course, of the championship. So sitting there in seventh in the Porsche. Then Unforgiven in eighth, Nath in ninth, Fitzy in 10th, Frowny in 11th. And we've got a new driver, actually. Well, I say new. He's new to this championship. Wasn't with us in round one, but he isn't news to the group. But Panic at the Tesco. He's joined us now for the rest of this season. So missed that first round, but he's with us now for this second round. We'll just call him Panic, I think, and let's hope he doesn't. We'll keep an eye on that. So I think I think that's everything ready. So let's take you through this race and let's get this underway. Here we go. Watch those lights. Revs are up. As soon as they go out, we'll be off. And away we go. Who's got the best start? Unforgiven, the BMW had a blinding, but of course the Mercs, both just as they did at Kyoto Park, both off to the front of the field. Both brothers, as Gower has a look at his brother Harry straight away in turn one. 13 turns around here. And they've got to stick to the right for this long sweeping turn three now. So Ethan's got himself up between the two Mercs now into second place in that BMW, and up the inside goes Nathan, that Beetle, along with Motorstorm. So Harry just getting beaten up a little bit there, drops himself down to fifth place. Nathan in the Beetle getting through, following Ethan through, and Motorstorm behind him up to 4th place now. So down the hill they come through this little left-hand kink and then onto a hard braking zone. Very difficult corner. This can throw the car out. Go wide as well as Victor did there. And I'm forgiving had a bit of a moment there. Why is he going slow? He's got damage. So what did he? Did he hit someone up the rear end in the brakes here? Let's have a look. Oh no, or did he? I don't know. Did he hit someone or did he just veer off? That was a very weird one. Didn't really see from his camera angle. Let's go on board. I think he did touch on it. Well, he sort of yeah. So what he was trying to do, I think, was avoid hitting the back of was that Panic ahead of him. By doing that, he threw himself off to the right. No, Scott in front of him. Yeah, it's just outbroke himself and into the barrier goes and back to the pack in 12th place. And he won't be too happy with that. So a lot of damage at the front right as well. So that's going to put pay to his race. You would think at the moment anyway. I mean, it's not a million miles off the back, but it's got some work to do. So Gower, again, blinding start with those Mercs, so this is what he done, didn't he? It's Yamagiwa got himself to the front, but look at Ethan here now in the slipstream in the BM. Is there going to be a move up here at turn 1? Let's have a look. Gower's going to defend a pulse, little switchback maybe from Ethan. Be a bit careful not to run it wide because there's a lot of sand on the right hand side there, as you can see. Does everyone get through? They should do. These are the pro boys after all. Yeah, it looks okay, so everyone through. Now, I have just noticed that we are missing Smith, aren't we? So, Smith is actually up at the top of the championship, isn't he? He's not here tonight, so going to be missing some valuable points, but he was up there, wasn't he, in a Ferrari, but not here tonight, so missing one, but of course Panic has come in to replace him, although I assume he's here for the rest of the season. Panic through this horrible little kink and then into turn 9 up the hill. Now this one, you've got to watch the understeer through here. Certain cars are going to throw you out. It's a great shot as you see the church in the background, which happens to be Sardegna A circuit. That's Church Corner over in the background there, but this is the smaller infield, almost the Indy circuit around here at Sardegna. I say cut a grass through that final corner. Now you've got to be careful through there. You can get a penalty if you straight line that. Half a second normally is the one it gives you, but I think everybody's through okay without any penalties. Yeah, seems like it. And Ethan's made that move at turn 1. Let's just go back and see that. Just missed it, didn't we, as we was looking. He's got himself back into that slipstream like he did in lap 1. A little bit closer this time though as he crosses the line. Storm with that fastest lap. 1:20.0, but gets himself set up on the inside this time of Gower, and then an easy pass for the lead into turn 1 for Ethan. So into this next long right-hander, which narrows as you exit it. You think is a little bit wider than what you think as you start to go through it. You just got to lift a slight lift just to keep that momentum, speed up through there. If you don't, it's liable you're going to be the grass to the right hand side. Motorstorm's at the moment in the Audi, well controlled. He managed to keep it going, but he's lost a heap of positions there. What was he then? Third place was he? So well, he's lost a couple. Back to 5th he goes, but he's got Scott, championship leader, right up his Jaxie now. Going into turn 9, Scott won't make a move there, but he's going to be right, almost pushing Motorstorm through. These next couple of left-handers just clipping this inside apex there, going as far to the right here to open up this final little sort of chicane, if you like. But as I say, you've got to be careful not to straight line it. Now I'll tell you who else isn't here as well. I've just remembered Brisbane. So Brisbane in that Viper is not here either tonight. So we are missing a couple of the contenders that we had last time out, and there you go. Harry has got half a second. He must have straight lined the final corner, and that's what it gives you. So far, half a second penalty for Harry, trying to chase down Nath, who's still sitting lovely there in 3rd place. These people should be pretty good around here. It's quite short and nimble. This is quite a low speed, quirky little circuit. here in Italy. Not a bad little circuit, actually. Again, another one that we don't really cover too much in our championship. So, like I mentioned before, it's always good to mix it up a little bit and have some different circuits on the calendar. There's Enzo in 7th. He's dropped back from 4th. He was 4th on the grid, wasn't he? I think Scott's probably the winner. Well, Nath actually is probably the winner here in terms of progression so far in this race. Scott also, the two, the big movers. Enzo just dropped back a few to 7th place here. Then we've got Fitzy in 8th with Frowny right behind. So the two Porsches, it's 8th and 9th. There's Frowny in the standard livery. That's the GT Race 1 glitch that we always get. So Frowny chasing down Fitzy in that, I don't know what you'd sort of call that. It's kind of a skeleton type livery, isn't it? I'm not too sure. Skeleton of what, but it's definitely a skeleton of some kind, maybe a dinosaur, I don't know. Fitzy trying to get to the guys ahead of him, and Fitzy's gone. Fitzy has had that big moment. Oh, where is he? I've lost him. Sorry guys, there you go. Let's go back and have another look. The guys ahead of him were fighting as he just comes up over the rise here. The back end comes round and smashes front end into that barrier, and it drops him back to the back of the field for Fitzy. So unfortunate for him. So Ethan, we know, is our leader, but there was a battle going on between Motorstorm, Scott, Harry and Enzo. In fact, not Motorstorm, but Harry, Scott, Harry and Enzo, and these three right close. I just see it before Fitzy went off. As I come through turn 9, it really jolts the car there. As I say, you've got to be very careful through there. Little lift, drop her down the gear maybe. Got to be the understeer can come into effect heavily there, and you can run off track as well going into turn 10. So quite a few little things you've got to look out for and be aware of when you're on this 2.4 mile Sardegna circuit. There's views with mountains ahead of you. Beautiful setting here in Italy on the island of Sardegna. It's Enzo looking strong this time. Just as I was saying, he has dropped back a little bit, but he's looking fairly strong in that Ferrari, trying to do everything he can to get past Harry, but Harry is struggling down there in 6th place, although that's probably the penalty that he had to take in half a second last time out, didn't he? So he's dropped him back down to 6th place. Harry, I'm not sure, I think the penalty zone actually is in a horrible position right on the final corner, right where you can get half a second penalty, funny enough, which isn't the best place, I don't think, not in my opinion, to have the penalty zone, as you just about head on to the start finish straight. But it's my opinion. I didn't create the game either, so it's not my fault. There you go. Enzo in 7th then, chasing down Harry. I'm just curious now if it is round this corner. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, there it is, right there. So yeah, it's not the ideal place because you're coming round left. You've got to stay to the left, otherwise you're going to be near one of the guys coming across that inside corner. There's Victor. Then we've got Panic. So we've seen a lot of Panic at the Tesco, and there he is with the Tesco livery, of course, being chased down by Unforgiven in 11th. Excuse me. Fitzy some way back, just crossing the line. That Porsche after his big off, but Unforgiven, remember, he went off as well. Veered off to the right, didn't he, after taking avoiding action from hitting the back of Scott earlier. What, lap 1 or lap 2 was very early in this race. On lap 7 now out of 19. Tyres and fuel won't be an issue here. Be straight to the end on those softs for these drivers. There's Fitzy. Look at this lead though, back to our leader, and look at the lead he's got, Ethan, in that BMW. Just clipping that curb, using all this outside curb. You can use a bit of grass there. It's probably not the ideal thing to do, but you can, and then always run a bit wide there. You've got to be a bit careful, as I say. Really got to be careful. Now, did any of these guys get a penalty? That looks okay again. It's Nathan Motorstorm. Storm still struggling, you know, in Audi to get past Nath on the Beetles. Oh, he's got a better run now out of the final corner up to turn one. He's going to surely have a move up here at turn one. Is Motorstorm? Yes, he does. Up to P3. And nice move from Motorstorm. Took him a couple of laps, though, didn't it, to get past that Beetle? So now what can Motorstorm do? Can he chase down Gower to try and get second place? But Motorstorm on that high at the moment after the victory in the last race in Japan. So he's going to be full of confidence, as you would expect. But Gower also full of confidence after his victory in race 1 at the same venue last time out. So both of these drivers, both with the victories. Ethan, no. They've got no answer to him at the moment, have they? He's absolutely pulling away at the front. It's a shame it doesn't give me the gap, but I would say that was where he's in now. He's crossing the line now. Gower's there. Oh, it's got to be at least a second, that, isn't it? That gap, at least. So pulling away from Gower nicely, Ethan. Got their fastest lap as well, with no surprise, 1:19.4. It's almost flat through there, but as I say, you just got to lift a little bit just to keep that speed up and to avoid going out to the right-hand side onto the grass. Up and over the top. Now this right-hand, there's not many right-handers here, of course, being an anti-clockwise circuit, but I think there's only a couple, maybe 3 at the most, around here. Down the big hill now, down the dip, in through the kink. Now hard on the brakes here, one of the slowest corners, one of the most difficult corners as well. Lovely clip of the inside apex there for Ethan. Now out to the right-hand side. This one, another really difficult one with camber, big bump as well as you hit that left-hander. Use all the curb on here on the right-hand side just to clip this inside curb on the left. Now all the curb on the outside. Drop it down a gear, a little stab the brakes just to steady the car through the final corners and up towards the line, and another lap completed. So we're about to start lap 10. Nathan still leading it from Gower in second, from Motorstorm in third. Then we've got Nath still there in fourth place in that standard Beetle livery there, with Scott in fifth place in the Porsche. Now Scott do his points no harm where he is at the moment if he stays where he is. But fifth place at the moment for him. Harry in sixth still, but still being chased down by Enzo in seventh place. Then we got then we got Frowny in eighth place. Now he seems to be catching Enzo, doesn't he, Frowny? He's getting away from Victor. Does appear to be getting onto the back of both Harry and Enzo here, so that Porsche looking like it's got a bit of pace. Behind him now we've got Victor in the other Porsche, Panic in another Porsche in 10th, then Unforgiven in the BMW in 11th, and Fitzy still trying to recover there in 12th place. And back to Frowny. I just want to see where he's 10 out of 19 laps, so plenty of time for Frowny if he wants to try and at least get himself into the top 6 if he can. They're in shot for him, you can see him. Just needs to put in some good quality laps now, some good clean laps to see what it brings. If these two start fighting as well, and will bring him right into the game, won't it? So Enzo still behind Harry there in 7th place. Oh, Enzo running a bit wide. That was be a bit careful. All the dirt and rubber on the outside of the track there at turn 4. Storm Hero still behind Gower, but it does look like they're catching Ethan, does it? Does it look like Gower's catching Ethan? Maybe not. No, it's maybe just a camera shot from behind Motorstorm just a second ago. See what's gone forward with Ethan. Let's take you around a lap of Sardegna B, shall we? So up to cross the line to start lap 12, and up this rise now. Going to be sticking to the right hand side, about 100 metre balls. You want to start to brake down to about second gear, maybe even first for some. Get down to first for Ethan. Quick second gear up to third, fourth. Just a little lift. Keep it going flat now all the way. Use all of the road here now on the brakes for this left-hander down to about second. Power on up the hill. Now this right-hander, hug this curve all the way around. Just let it roll, let it roll. Now go. Now it's gonna. There's a bump in the road there as well. Down this big steep hill into the dip. Clipping this inside. It's not really a corner, but it is counted as a corner. Now hard on the brakes. This is that horrible corner here at 8. It can throw the car, does it lovely though. And this one where the understeer will come into play, and there's another horrible bump in the road there, bang. Stay to the right, clip this inside curve to the left. Nicely, just let it roll out, don't take too much blast, use all that curve on the right hand side now, just slow it down a little bit now, flat through here. Not to try to take too much, otherwise you'll get a half a second penalty, and that's your lap. So quick lap. Has he got a quick lap time? No, not quite. Still 1:19.4 though is his fastest, and that's the fastest of the race so far. So Gower still in second, Motorstorm in third, no change there. But look at Scott now attacking Nath just as I come to him up to turn 1, up to 4th place he goes. And a good move from Scott. I don't think Nathan had much of an answer to that. So Scott up to 4th place. So that's another place for Scott. What can he do with the remainder of this race? Can he get himself onto the back of the front 3? Can he get himself on the podium? Remember, 2 second place finishes last time out, so he wants another taste of that champagne and another taste of standing on the podium steps. But which one will it be? At the moment he's not on any of them, but there's the guys ahead of him. He's got well, he's got enough time really. Just depends on how those tyres start to play. I mean, they should be okay, they're looking okay. What he's hoping is that the guys ahead of him will start to fight, but they're not really close enough at the moment to be able to do that. It might just help him claw a bit of time back on them. There's the front 3 going up through towards turn 1. So anyway, Scott up to 4th place. Nath still chasing it down in 5th. Then we've got Harry still in 6th place, not really getting anywhere, and Enzo still struggling to get anywhere to the back of Harry. Sitting there in 7th, Enzo. Frowny still trying his hardest to get a little bit close as well, still there in 8th. Bit of a moment through turn 1 on exit for Frowny. Then we got Victor. Panic in 10th, Unforgiven in 11th, no change back here, and Fitzy still finding it hard at the back there to get any real gain here to try and get him any closer to the guys. I think he might have resigned himself to the fact that he's got that 12th place here in race 1, and he'll put this one to bed and start again for race 2, see if he can have a better outing next time out. Ethan, on the other hand, he's got absolutely no pressure whatsoever out in front. And even if he did get a penalty, it's not going to make too much of a difference. Even if it's only half a second, you can get through there. So, yeah, it was not a million miles away. I mean, that's how close he is. So, he probably wouldn't want half a second penalty, actually, looking at that gap. But let's put it this way, probably will keep him still in the lead, Ethan. He's got such a gap at the moment. Still holding it. I would say it was still at least a second. Oh, Gower nearly getting it right at turn 1 there. Getting those right hand wheels on the gravel. Don't want to be doing that too much. Did well though to just keep it going. Motorstorm Hero. Yeah, it does appear to be closing in, Gower, but Gower really has started his new journey here in Pro Split 1 like a house on fire. Maybe won't get the victory here, but looks absolutely positive. We'll get a podium, another podium to add to the one he got at Yamagiwa. Scott behind them in 4th place. I don't think he's gaining much. Running out of laps now as they come out across towards the line to start lap 16. It's going to leave 4 laps to run. I don't think there's enough time, enough laps for Scott to do anything about the top 3, in my opinion. But Scott, we know, is quick, so you never know. So through and down the hill goes Scott, still in 4th place, still trying to get himself on the podium. But it looks like these 3 at the front are going to be your podium, but Storm might have a different step to stand on, because he is getting closer to the back of Gower now, sliding it through turn 9. Now this Audi was always a little bit tricky, wasn't one of the fans' favourites, but since a couple of updates, and certainly the last one anyway, that car seems to have really stepped up, and he's probably one of the best on the game now. And Motorstorm is showing why that is. You know, it used to be a bit skittish, a bit tough to drive, certainly for me anyway, for us minor drivers, but as I say, a lot of people left it alone, didn't really fancy it, but now, as I say, a lot more people are turning to it as Motorstorm takes a lot of grass. Now, did he get some damage? No, he didn't. He almost avoided, or he did avoid hitting that barrier, did almost hit it though. Has that allowed Scott a little bit of time on him? I think it has. He's lost a bit. I think Motorstorm's lost a bit from Gower there, obviously. It's put Scott right on high alert. 2.5 laps to go, and he can now suddenly see that 3rd step on that podium. There's Nathan in the background with Harry closing in on him in 6th place, but Scott is looking now at Motorstorm, and Motorstorm looks like it's getting a little bit ragged now, so maybe the Audi is just starting to struggle back into this race. I think the top 2 are done. I think that's what's happening there. Scott is on a charge and he's on a mission, and he can see it. His eyes are lit up. They're on the penultimate lap now. He's got 2 laps to do something about Motorstorm if he's going to move on him. Through turn 1 they go, and he's just going to be fully committed and focused on the back of Motorstorm's Audi. Motorstorm will also, of course, be aware of the fact that Scott is coming. Scott's got better tyres as Motorstorm as well. That Porsche, he does save tyres very, very well to Scott. But it's going to be a tight one. I think Motorstorm might be able to just keep that 3rd place from Scott. But it's going to be very, very close, and it all depends on just how clean Motorstorm is for the final lap. There's Ethan going out shot, there's Gower going out shot. That's going to be your top 2. Motorstorm, I think, as I say, just about hold off Scott and take that 3rd place, but there is 1 more lap to go, and Scott will be hunting him down to try and get that 3rd place. So on to the final lap they go. Start of lap 19 as nestled in the mountains, this circuit here in Italy. spectacular venue. I think Motorstorm's done enough. I'm going to go to our leader and just see him coming through now. So he's going to go down the hill, is Ethan. Down through the dip, up towards that hard braking zone, which coincidentally, just ahead of him, right ahead of him on the banking. We're not talking about right here to the left, you can't actually see, but to the left here, there's a big bank. There it is. There is talk that there's going to be a brand new spectator or a new stand going up in there in the future, so plenty more spectators being packed into this venue. But that's for another day. As we watch our Victor coming through now, it is Ethan in the BMW. Will be congratulations to him. And in all fairness, he got himself out in front early and kept it there. Well done to Ethan. Gower will get a really good second place. Motorstorm did get that third place, just ahead of Scott in fourth. Well done, lads. Then Nath, good fifth for him. Thank you for the replays as well, Nath. Harry in sixth. Frowney in seventh. Closely followed by Victor in eighth. Panic will come in and finish in ninth. Unforgiven in 10th after his off at the start. Fitzy has actually managed to grab 11th place. So something's happened to Enzo. Not sure what, but Enzo is a long way back in 12th place. So he's had a major off, or did he go in? No, he's been in. So he actually had to change tyres. So that must have been really, really heavy on the tyres in that Ferrari, because he's got brand new softs on. So, wow, that's why he's in 12th. So after a promising start in 4th place from Enzo, he finishes in 12th place. Ethan did get that did get that fastest lap, I should say. In fact, Enzo didn't. He got it right at the end now. 1:19.2. So maybe that was the plan. Maybe he thought, you know what, not going to get much out of this race. If I go in, change tyres, I'll just get the extra points for the fastest lap. And it worked out for him. And yeah, 1:19.2 in the end for Enzo. So, well, there's a little bit of strategy there, I suppose, from Enzo's point of view, and it worked. So well done to him. Well, that was a cracking race from everybody. Got another one, another 19 lapper coming round shortly. So join me for that. Thank you for watching. And I will see you all again soon. And bye for now.